Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Student Loan Fundamentals, the official blog of Strategic Debt Coach. Now today we're going to be going over how to stop harassing collection calls for your defaulted federal student loan. But first, I'd like to ask you a question. Do harassing collection calls ever make you want to simply pick up your phone and slam it right back down just because it's so frustrating? If so, let me ask you another question. Have collection calls ever made you disconnect your phone because your phone keeps ringing off the hook and these collectors keep calling nonstop and you can no longer stand the sound of your phone ringing? If so, you've come to the right place. Stopping harassing collection calls is actually easier than you think. It's a very simple process and a very short process. But first, do you understand all the risks of stopping the calls? All federal student loan borrowers have the right to stop all collection calls, but stopping the collection calls will not prevent further collection activities such as wage garnishments, civil litigation, and those pesky Treasury offsets where the U.S. Department of Education seizes your hard-earned tax return money. Stopping the collection calls will actually speed up any type of garnishment process because it eliminates any call requirements these collectors are required to make before they submit your account for garnishment. They still have the right to call your job. They can't talk to you at your job, but they still have the right to contact your employer to set up the garnishment. And of course, you will only be notified of the legal actions when it is too late. Now that you understand all the risks, you can stop these harassing collection calls by simply telling the collector to cease communications when you have them on the phone. Remember to always make sure you get the name of the representative and the time the call was made or received. Technically, by doing this, it should stop all the collection calls and letters being sent to you. But if that doesn't work, then you'll need to write a cease communications letter to the Department of Education or the assigned collection agency. A cease communications letter is very easy to write, but first you'll need to decide whether you want to cease all calls and letters to your home and work, whether you just want to stop the calls to your work, to only stop calls to your home, or if you want to stop all calls to home and work, but you would still like to receive letters in the mail. You'll need to specify this in the letter. Now, once you've decided, you can start writing the letter. The heading of your letter should include your name, your address, the date, the collection agency's name, the collection agency's address, creditor's name, and of course your account number. Now, the body of your letter should look something like, Dear Account Representative, I am writing you regarding the Fair Debt Collections Practices Act 15 U.S. Code 1692 Clause C, Subclause C, to request that you cease communications with me about account number blah 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 with creditor blah blah blah. You can also choose to explain your situation here if you wish, reason why you can't pay, so on and so forth. You could also include any past violations of the FDCPA made by collectors as well. And simply close it off with sincerely and your name. Now here's a sample of a cease communications letter. It includes everything we just talked about earlier. So once again, name, we're just going to use John Smith, for example. John Smith, 123 John Street. Date, collection agency's name and address. Creditor's name, which is going to be the U.S. Department of Education, account number 123456. And then, of course, Dear Account Representative, I'm writing to you regarding the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, which we explained on the last slide. And in this situation, we decided that we wanted to cease all calls to my home and place of employment about account number 123456 with the U.S. Department of Education. So right there where it's underlined is where you need to specify what exactly you want them to do. Okay? Now close it off sincerely, John Smith. When you end up mailing in the cease communication letter, I highly recommend that you mail it in using certified mail. It's only about $3 or so, but it does come with a tracking number for your letter, so you know exactly when and what time your letter was received by the collection agency. The reason why I recommend this so highly is because it eliminates any excuses the collection agency could possibly make that your letter was not received. So ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. How to write a cease communications letter. You just solved all of your harassing collection call issues for your defaulted federal student loans. Now, if you'd like to learn more on how to stop student loan garnishments, how to stop Treasury tax offsets, how to prevent student loan litigation, how to repair your credit due to your defaulted federal student loan, or if you just like to be aware of all the options available to you having a defaulted federal student loan, you can feel free to visit Strategic Debt Coach's official blog at www.studentloanfundamentals.com. Once again, that is www.studentloanfundamentals.com. See you on the other side.